Motivation gets you going. Inspiration keeps you going. Hey guys, it's Sai, aka Nkiru the Love Guru, and it has been 24 hours since my last confession. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today because you already know that I am. I am back to give you a little guidance in self-care, self-love, shadow work, and of course, accountability. So let's just hop right on to it. My confession for today is I regret so much I have yet to do. So there are a plethora of things that and a plethora of times where I have looked back on all the things that I have planned, all the things that I have decided that I wanted to do with my life, and I see that they remain in a stagnant position, that they have not been completed. They never made it out of the planning phase. And in a lot of those situations, I have an immense amount of regret because sometimes I've had to watch the moment pass by for those particular opportunities. And this is something that I am working very hard to develop a way to not continually do that, because we miss a lot of opportunities when we get when we fail to act, when we fail to move, when we fail to take the chance and move things forward. So I do unfortunately have quite a bit of regret. I look back at a lot of things and I'm like, man, I wish I could have done that differently. I wish I could have I wonder what it would have been like if I would have acted this way, or if I would have moved in this particular way, or whatever the case may be. And unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing we can do about the past. The only thing that we can do is learn from it and make different decisions in our future. So that's my particular confession for today. Before we move any further forward, let's jump into the question that we had for last week. I mean, yesterday, not last week. I'm so sorry, but the question that we had yesterday was, what boundaries can be set to aid in this journey that we are on for self-discovery? So my answer to that question was honoring your own individual goals, honoring what you need to recharge, and honoring your time, placing it in areas that you value the most. A lot of times we get drawn into these agreements and these projects for all kinds of other people to help them because they may want your collaboration on something, or they may want your presence in a particular place, or whatever the case may be. And we bend our boundaries for them because we want to help them. But when we're setting healthy boundaries, we need to make sure that we are honoring our time, we are honoring our wants and our desires, and that we're being honest about it. We're not just saying yes just because somebody wants us there. We have to say yes from a healthier place, and make sure that what we are doing isn't really and truly in alignment with what we want out of our lives, because a lot of times we will get caught up in doing things that lead us down a completely different path than towards the purpose that we ought to be walking in our own lives. So today we're going to go into the Bible. We're going to sit actually in the chapter of Ecclesiastes for quite some bit today. So let's go first to Ecclesiastes 1. Ecclesiastes 1. Ecclesiastes is right after Proverbs if you need some help. Ecclesiastes 1, let's start at verse 14. It says, I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation in spirit. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. I communed with mine own heart, saying, lo, I come to great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all they, and have been before me in Jerusalem. Yet my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge, and I gave my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also in vexation of spirit, for in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. So sometimes knowing a lot about something is really not that good for you. You know what I mean? So a lot of times we stagnate on what we're supposed to do because we feel like we don't have all the information. We feel like, oh, I need to be more knowledgeable on this particular subject before I can start. I need to know exactly what so and so did when they did it in order for me to start. And sometimes that's the most foolish decision that you can make, because having all of this knowledge and wisdom can actually be a detriment to you. It can prolong the situation and actually prevent you from taking action at the time that is necessary for you to take action. So sometimes knowledge is not the answer. Wisdom is not the answer. If you're being divinely inspired to do something, sometimes the answer is to just do it. And you will get the answers on the way. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, to everything there is a season and a time, and to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. Everything there is a season. In everything there is a season. There is a time and a place for everything. A time and a place for everything. Don't miss your divine timing because you are trying to get more information. Don't miss your divine appointment because you're trying to get more wisdom from someone else. Everything that you need is right inside of you. If it is being presented to you, it is because it is time for you to do what you need to do, and you have everything you need to do it. If there is something in particular that you are being expressed to wait for, then you'll be that direction will be given to you when the information is given to you. All of that information, all that time wasted, all the things that we have done to prep or whatever the case may be, we don't even remember it in the grand scheme of things. We remember what we didn't do. We remember what we regret. Ecclesiastes 5:20 says, For he shall not much remember the days of his life, because God answereth him in the joy of his heart. So it's not even about the labor or the little things that are important. It's the joyful thing that is in your heart, is the purpose that God has placed inside of you that you will remember the most. Whether that purpose is fulfilled or forgotten, that is what your mind will remember. That is what you will be stayed on. That is what you will recall at the end of days. So ought not you put your effort and your time into that? I think you should. The best time is now. If you spend too much time wasting when you get in your older years, you'll reminisce on these days. Oh, I wish I would have. I wish I would have. I wish I would have. Don't make your life a I wish I would have. In Ecclesiastes 7 and 10, it says, say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this. So don't sit back and be like, man, my former days were better than the days that I'm in. Every day has the potential to be a great day. And yes, your days before this may have been great. The 90s were great. Early 2000s were great. College was great. All these things were great. But today has the potential to be great as well. If you learn to fixate your eyes on the day and all the wonderful possibilities that are given to us in this day, and the beautiful gift of life that is given to us each and every morning. It's not given to us for us to sit back and think about the days of yesteryear. That's not the reason why we are given a new day. We're given a new day to do miraculous, wonderful new things with that day. So make sure that the things that you do, the things that you choose, the things that you say, the things that you work towards are something that you won't regret, or something that you will be proud of, or something that will make your heart fond and happy because you are marching towards and working towards your purpose. That's most important. I'm going to leave you with this. Ecclesiastes 12 and 7 says, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. We have to remember, we have but a short time. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. And at one moment, our time will be called, and our bodies will return to ash, will return to dust, and our spirits will return back to the Creator. What will you do with the time that you were given? How will you answer that question when it is asked to you? Did you make the most of your time? Or did you make excuses? I hope your answer is the former and not the latter. Well, all right, my dears. I'm going to leave you guys with a question of the day. The action item of today is, what can I implement today to inspire a new healthy habit that will sustain my progress? What can I implement today to inspire a new healthy habit that will sustain my progress? I hope you guys enjoyed this message. I hope to hear from you guys soon. But until then, peace, love, and light, and most importantly, accountability. I love you all. See you tomorrow. Bye.